Hello, everybody. It's good to see my family here, friends of the family. It's a blessing. Let's give the Lord a hand clap of praise for his kindness, grace, and mercy. First and foremost, I would like to thank the bereavement ministry. I'd like to thank the bereavement committee, ministry rather, for setting things up. That would be Sister Jessie Allen, Sister Ramona Stafford, Deaconess Phyllis Gilchrist, Deacon Jim Bowman. Love to thank music director Dwayne Roberts for at the last moment getting the songs together and have the beautiful lady sing for us. Appreciate that very much. Thank Pastor Pitts again for changing the schedule so we'd be here to do the eulogy. We really appreciate that, sir. I first met Lorraine back in 1978 at a cool jazz festival. Y'all remember those? Where they would have performances like Fridays and Saturdays all day. So I met her. I was instantly attracted to her. Something about her I liked. This particular cool jazz festival was held in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Some of the performers were George Benson, Al Jarreau, LTD, the OJs, George Duke, Ashford Simpson, Gladys Knight and the Pips, and Grover Washington Jr. Of course, a lot of you older folks know who those are. The young folks say, who are those groups? Never heard of them. Those are the legacy 70s and 80s groups. Anyway, when I met Lorraine, I was 25 and she was 29. We were having a good old time. So we went to the concert, then to the after party, and then the hotel lobby. We just talked all night long and got to know each other. We spent 4 or 5 hours to the wee hours of the morning. We saw we really liked each other. I was attracted to her beauty, smile, and her warm disposition. So we kicked it off for like 2 months and hung out and did a lot of partying and what have you. And then we went our separate ways. Then we got back together in July of 1980. Like I've been working as an engineer, and they laid off like 100 of us engineers in September of 1980. So she called me up on the phone and said, I live in California now. You're in between jobs. Why don't you come on out to California and check it out? So that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. So this is etched in my memory. I left Chicago. It was 17 below zero. I got to California, it was 87 degrees. Need I say more? I'm like, my man, I like this. Palm trees blowing in the wind and the sunshine, everybody wearing short sleeve shirts. So I called my mom and said, hey, Mom, I don't know if I'm coming back. I like it out here. She said, what? She said, that girl put a spell on you or what? I said, no, Mom, she didn't do that. I have good opportunities with jobs and what have you, so I'm going to try my best to maybe stay out here. So me and Lorraine kicked it for like 2 years, and we decided, do you want to go forward with this or not? We said, hey, I think we kind of like this. So we decided to go ahead and get married. So in July 10th, 1982, we got married. And my father came in from Chicago. He was a Catholic deacon at Holy Angels. He came down to officiate the wedding. My mother came, had my brother Tony, my sister Juanita. My brother Jerry was here. Sam was the best man. Arnetta was the maid of honor. Sam Jr. was the ring bearer. Lenora was the flower girl. It was a family affair. And Marvin brought Lorraine down the aisle. So it was a family affair. Beautiful thing. And so that gives me 2 years of being together and then 43 years of marriage. That put us at 45 years together. That's a long time to be with the same person. That's a lifetime. But she was a very independent, had a very strong personality, and I had confidence in her skills and judgment. Making marriage work is tough, and people always ask me all the time, 45 years is a long time, man. What's the secret? I said commitment, communication, and compassion. You have to like the person, not just love them, but you have to like the person enough so you want to do things with them and have fun with them. So Lorraine loved to go travel. She likes to go to places like beaches and stuff. And so I would say, where do you want to go this year? I said, let's go to Asia or Europe, look at some castles and some historical landmarks, 7 wonders of the world. She said, no, 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 no. I don't like that. I want to go somewhere where I can put on my swimsuit, lay on the beach, get me a cold drink, get me a book, and watch the ambience of the ocean. I said, okay, we'll do that. She was very well organized, so she would spend time finding different locations we could go to, and she would plan 10 months ahead of time to get these trips planned. So many times we could get to places of our choice at a cost that's much reasonable. So some of the places we went to were like Cabo San Lucas, Dominican Republic, other places like Maui, Hawaii, Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Ensenada. And we had a good time. But this past year, Lorraine was faced with a lot of trials and tribulations. She had multiple myeloma for like 20 years. And during that 20 years period, it would go in remission, it would come back. And so over the past 6 to 8 months, she had other problems with her kidneys got bad, so she's had to go to dialysis. She had problems with shingles and whatnot. But what I have to say is that when she was in the hospital and when she was in the nursing facility, the family all came out and supported her. Would come by to the hospital and give her words of encouragement. I remember one day, Pastor Pitcher like this. I remember one day, she was sitting in the bed looking dejected. I said, Lorraine, guess what? She said, what? Guess what? I said, what? Lorraine, you look marvelous. And she had to laugh because that's one of Pastor Pitt's pet phrases he uses on Sunday to energize and, get people prepared for service. So Lorraine fought a good fight, but the problem was it just was insurmountable. It was very hard on her body. And she tried her best, work through it. All of a sudden, she stopped eating, wouldn't take medication. And so we talked to the doctors and asked them if they could provide a tube in her system to intravenously feed her and give her medicine and stuff. So she started getting better. She started gaining weight, looking good. We were promising. But then she stopped talking. She would look at you and follow you with her eyes, but she wouldn't talk. And we knew that at that point in time, in the period that she just didn't want to, she wanted to go home to the Lord. But Lorraine loved to party, dance, go out to concerts. She loved to go to see her brother Marvin play at the Kobe's restaurant in Seal Beach. He would play twice a month there. She liked going out with the family. Every year, the family would get together and we would do birthdays and holidays, celebrations. We'd always get together for parties and go to picnics and go to the beach and whatnot. Lorraine really loved SBC, coming to church on Sunday. She loved to come in and listen to the choir sing and the pastors preach. She loved to get her praise on, as I did. Me and her both believe fervently, though, that you must have a personal relationship with God, not a third-party relationship. It has to be personal. That's very crucial. And that really helped me sustain myself when I was a caregiver at home, taking care of a day and getting her up in the morning, getting her ready for breakfast and whatnot, putting in and out the wheelchair, getting her to dialysis, because she hated going to dialysis because the needles were very painful. I kept thinking, if I was sick, she would do the same for me. That was her personality. And so I missed her quite a bit. It was tough. I love that woman. As Proverbs 31:10 says, an excellent woman, an excellent wife, who can find? She is far more precious than jewels. I am missing her a lot. Thank you.